Hello everyone, this is Danielle from Hogan Life. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be talking about a very important subject. Oh yeah, so one of my subscribers said, how do you keep a house clean and homeschool kids? It's not the first time I've had this question. It's not the first time I've asked this question. In fact, I believe I've been asking this question since I started homeschooling. When you choose to homeschool, there is a sacrifice involved. We can't get away from it. We wouldn't want to get away from it. And we make this decision not because it's easy. Not because it's easy. All right, so that being said, when you choose to homeschool, there's a sacrifice involved. And part of that sacrifice is that your house has people in it always. What we can do is stack the odds in our favor. We can just develop certain habits that help increase the likelihood that our house will get the attention it needs in order to stay cleaner. I'm a homeschooling mom of 7. If you've been here for a while, you know that I love to talk about everything mom related. I hope you will stick around. I hope you will join my community and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be apprised of every time I upload a video. I do upload every Tuesday. All right, so let's just go right in and talk about these tips I have for you. The most important tip and the most important thing you can concentrate on when you're raising young kids and at whatever age is routine. Your routines that are done in the morning before school starts and after school ends and at night before you all go to bed, these are vital to your ability to actually get everything done. For us, we have a morning chore routine. All the kids have their few things, and it's not a lot for them. Their morning chore routine consists of making their bed. For my older ones, it's swish and swiping their bathroom. You can watch my Fly Lady routines on that, how to get kids to help out around the house. I have some videos, I'll link them up here. This includes brush your teeth, get dressed,
to the shoes. And then one of the older boys has to feed the dog. My daughter unloads the dishwasher. And then everyone takes a stack of their own clothes from the laundry room to their bedrooms and puts them away.
These are things we do every single morning. So then an after school routine, like everyone puts away their own school books and pencils and maybe even clears off whatever area that they're working on. And then your evening routine. I don't know what that looks like for you, but for me, it includes making sure my house is tidy, making sure my laundry is ready to start in the morning, and the most important, making sure my kitchen is clean. I like to start our school where we're having breakfast or where we're having a snack, so I need to be able to quickly make those meals. Next is specified responsibility. At whatever age, a child can have something that they are responsible for at the end of the school day. My 4-year-old can be responsible for picking up all of the pencils and markers and crayons and putting them back in her caddy. My 14-year-old can be responsible for wiping down the table. My 10-year-old can be responsible for helping the 2-year-old pick up her toys or whatever. But specified responsibility that you're not just changing, but every time you end school, each child has a very small task that helps contribute to tidying up the area that we've just destroyed or just used. During school hours, I have a 2- and 4-year-old, and they play, and I let them play. And I'm not saying that they destroy things or destroy everything, but I let them get out toys. I let them play in the living areas I believe that a house should be lived in. They sometimes take toys outside and they don't always bring the toys back in. So there's that added mess that I know I have to clean up. But if they play well together, that is a gift and a treasure for me because it allows me to school my other children. My next tip is include fun rituals throughout your day. One of my favorites is we put on a song and we just tidy up everything in the living area for the 3.5 minutes or however long the song is. If it's something you do often, so it's kind of like a ritual in your home, if it's something that everybody participates in, sometimes we'll do it right before dinner, so my husband's home, and it's just kind of fun. Daddy's there. I try to keep the mom commanding at a minimum, and we just go as fast as we can and clean up this area. I have to give you this top tip. Do not clean and homeschool at the same time. Sometimes if you're trying to do too many things at once, there's a frustration build that happens, and frustration leads to inefficiency. So I try to keep the frustration at a minimum. And if I'm noticing that I'm getting really kind of frustrated, I try to just see what have I just kind of packed on in my head or in my schedule that's giving me this sense of how can I get it all done? Nobody's cooperating and Now this is a tip, but I use it very loosely. It's the clean as you go tip. I actually don't do this well. The little things you can do that clean as you go. It's just like after breakfast, if you just put the dishes in the sink and you clean up the counter, it's easier for the next meal. It's just like that. If you put your books away in order to go to the next subject, or if you're doing a craft, you just wipe away all the paper and put it in the trash. Those little clean as you go habits are invaluable. Next tip, keep perspective. A better way for me to say this is keep the bigger picture in mind. And that is that things will not always be like this. I know that that's just a mindset shift. More people equals more mess, just hands down. And it has to be a mindset shift in the moment. It's not like you can prepare the night before and say, okay, I'm going to be calm, I'm going to keep the bigger picture. No, it's like when you're in it and you're like, nothing's going right. My house is a disaster. And the kids just are dumping things out. And someone just took all the books off the bookshelf. But to keep this bigger picture mindset, and that is that things will not always be like this. Your kids will not always be this young. So that shift in the moment for me is actually the best way to snap out of a frustration due to just chaos and mess. It's that recognition that things will not always be this way. And actually, when I'm able to keep my house perfectly tidy and I don't have anybody messing things up, I'm going to be sad. That's a thought that can bring me to tears at like any given moment. So, it's valuable. This just isn't a video about how to keep your house clean when you homeschool. It's actually how to manage clean house, messy house while homeschooling. Just recognizing that I have to enjoy this season because it's a huge chunk of my time with my kids, overall, over the 18 years or however long that the kids are in the home. Having a future plan helps you deal with mess in the moment. Next tip, make school easy to put away. I have a school cart, and then each individual child has a school bag. So the kids can put their own books away and then hang their bags on a hook. We do school at the kitchen table. It's where all the magic happens. It's where we eat. It's where the family always is. We tried the schoolroom thing and it was crowded and it just didn't work for us. So now we're just back at the table where we started. And now I embrace it and I love it. But we also have to have dinner there. Keep all the school stuff easy to put away. Have your caddy for your pencils and pens and markers and scissors. I have my school cart for anything else that I can just pile on. And then I actually have to declutter that too. Just another thing I have to declutter. And then the school bags. And the hooks are just on the school cart and we just hang our school bags on the school cart on the hooks. On the hooks on the school cart. And my last tip goes right along with having routines. It's having systems in place that help you with everything that is required for homemaking and for parenting and for running a home. Like laundry. Laundry is a daunting thing. If I don't maintain my system every single day, at the end of the week, I've never let it go a whole week because that would be ridiculous. I would drown. I would drown in laundry. For instance, always I start my load in the morning. Sometime around lunch or whenever I have a moment, I put my load of laundry in the dryer. In the evening, I take my load from the dryer and sort it into the bins. That way in the morning, the kids can come and get their bins from the laundry room and put away their own clean clothes. Even my 4-year-old puts away his own clean clothes. I don't fold those clothes. He just takes them in a heap, puts them in his bin. What systems can I put in place that help me with basic home organization so that we all know kind of how things are working so that it better facilitates our school day and cleaning up after our school day and then keeping our home in order? Watch some of my other videos. I do talk about developing a control journal, which has been really helpful for me because then I have everything in one spot and I can menu plan and I can just see what needs to be done in my home based on my control journal. You moms are amazing. Moms are like jugglers. They're just keeping all those balls in the air. No one can mom your kids like you, and you guys, you're doing a great job. I would love to hear from you what you do to juggle your homeschooling and your mess. Go forth and be awesome. I'll see you next time.